Alright, what's going on everybody? I hope you're having a lovely day and welcome to today's video on the channel. In today's video, we are going to be reviewing the recent tweet Kingsisle has put out about their terms of service. So this is the tweet right here from the official Wizard101 Twitter account. Wizards, game sniping of any kind is targeted harassment and against terms of use and community code of conduct. Please read our complete warning on queue and stream sniping, as well as falsely reporting players. Now, before we get into that, which we will be reading, I'm going to quickly explain what they're talking about here in case you are confused. So basically, cheating has been going on in Wiz for a very long time. I've only been around for almost 2 years now as a PvP streamer. I've dealt with it a lot. There are other content creators that have tried to stream but stopped doing it because of the amount of harassment. And there are content creators that casually PvP, and there's obviously, Awesome the Sauce, who has been doing it for years and been dealing with harassment for years. So, as a general statement, it's great that Kingsisle is starting to crack down on cheating in their game. Because at the end of the day, nobody likes somebody that cheats and it ruins the game for other people. So, what is game sniping? I read something in the comments actually. Somebody was asking what they meant by game sniping. Basically, this is when you hop into queue and you intentionally try to get somebody. So when they're saying game sniping of any kind is targeted harassment, they're talking about queue sniping and stream sniping when you're intentionally going into queue trying to get somebody. So if I see Eric in the arena, let's take that guy for example, and I set my deck and I set my resist and then get Eric, that is targeted harassment. Now, to my knowledge, this happens quite a bit in the arena, and the only time where it will ever be bannable is if you literally do it all the time, multiple times a day, and there's multiple reports filed in. So, for example, the recent people that got banned, as you guys might have heard about, those guys were doing it for almost an entire year, cheating every single day to multiple content creators. So before I even get into the, blog post here or anything like that, you do not have to be afraid of, queuing a streamer, right? Obviously, if you're warded or something weird, nobody's gonna think you're weird and sniping. It's when there is circumstances like, let's take the Eric guy, for example. If he keeps queuing you every single day with different set resists for the school you're on, that's the point when it gets to targeted harassment, and that's when it's against terms of service. And I think how Kingsisle proves this is obviously players report it and then they do an investigation, and I think they would probably look at the X account playing Y account, and X account keeps on swapping and setting for Y account, and coincidentally, every time they're always set for them. That's my theory on how it works, and when the reports pile up, obviously it's pretty obvious and apparent what's going on at that point. So my point here is basically the fact that no casual player will ever get banned for this. It is literal harassment. You have to try really hard to get banned on this game. So yeah, if we go over to the blog here, we see Spark, and he says, game sniping and targeted harassment. Wizards, game sniping of any kind is targeted harassment and against terms of use and community code of conduct. So basically, against the rules. A quick refresher of the two main types of actions we've been seeing. Queue sniping, recognizing player information in the PvP queue and matching or queue dodging in such a way to target the player in order to gain an unfair advantage. So this is basically saying, if somebody's trying to get me and they keep fleeing over and over, being set for my character, right? Again, that is targeted harassment. That is queue sniping. Stream sniping, when a player watches another player's stream to abuse that player or to cheat in some other way. So basically, it's just when, somebody gives me like an open quad buffed Yaga when it literally wouldn't make any sense, because why would they do that? And typically it's always the high rank players that would never do that if you weren't streaming. So that's typically what they mean when they're talking about stream sniping. It's been rumored that over the past few weeks we have mass banned players suspected of both queue and stream sniping These are separate issues from the fraud concerns. So basically, there's like multiple ban waves. There's 2 PvP ban waves and 1 fraud ban wave. I believe Gume was affected in that. This is not the case. Any confirmed sniping will result in the sniper's account being sanctioned, which basically means like muted, or they don't get like benefits on their account. They lose privileges, including those who are confirmed to be knowingly aiding the sniper in the action. So if you are friends with somebody that is cheating or harassing, I do have an example I could use here, but I'm not going to expose people because I'm not that kind of person on the internet. But basically, I believe in the first ban wave, there's 2 people that were aiding and supporting the person that primarily got banned. And then they were curious why they got banned and muted for months. And they never actually came out and told us why. So TLDR, don't cheat and don't abet. What is it? What is the saying? Don't support cheating if you know your friend is doing it. Player reports in-game or everywhere else in the community will never result in an automatic action against the reported player. We carefully evaluate each report and only act when we completed our own investigation. So basically, right, if Timmy reports you in the arena, you're never just going to get muted or banned right away. Or if somebody is doing targeted harassment, right, Kingsisle is not just going to ban them right away. If Awesome the Sorcerer, for example, report people, they're not going to get banned right away. There has to be evidence, and Kingsisle will complete their own investigation and come to their own conclusion. We're also concerned about players falsely reporting others. Intentional false reports of any kind will not be tolerated. As a streamer, I deal with this a lot, quite often, because a lot of people typically are obsessed with content creators, and they will project their frustrations of the game onto them via like false reporting or like literally stalking them around 24 hours a day. It's pretty weird. So it is cool to see that they're going to crack down on false reports in the arena. If you are false reporting, sanctions include removing from all of your accounts the ability to report players. So if you're one of these people that are falsely reporting people, you might lose the privilege to even report people at all, and you could potentially even get muted for breaking 2S. Who knows? Never be afraid of reporting an honest concern, and please do contact customer support if you have any concerns about actions taken on your account. Now, real quick here at the end of the video, I just wanted to briefly talk to y'all. If you are getting harassed in the arena, again, this is not just something for content creators. It's pretty easy to pin it onto content creators, but if you are getting harassed in the arena by, let's say the Eric guy, again, I'm picking on Eric in this video. If you are getting harassed by somebody and you have multiple cases of proof, right? Obviously, you could send that in to customer support and say, hey, this guy has been harassing me over and over. Here is proof, and they will obviously launch their investigation. Now, there might be some people that try to exploit this to like try and target streamers or something like that, because some people in this community just do not have a functioning brain, unfortunately. But if people do that, again, it will be a false report, and there will be sanctions on your account if you're trying to exploit the report system, as you can see above here with the false reports. Again, that could be a mute, that could be losing privileges on your accounts, right? Getting sanctions if you try to exploit this feature. But only report somebody if you know that obviously they're blatantly, harassing you, targeted harassment. It doesn't happen to a lot of people. It's typically content creators and a lot of the high-ranked people. But again, be sure to gather up evidence that obviously, again, for example, if I take Eric and for a week straight, every day, he's queued me on all 7 of my schools with 100 resists to each of that school, right? I would show proof of all 7 of that and then send that into support and bring it up that this guy keeps harassing me in the arena. That's what you would do. So people need to be careful with accusing other people, because again, if you falsely accuse somebody, you could, get muted, get a sanction on your account. So only report people if you are very, very sure that they're blatantly sniping. And a lot of people honestly do blatantly snipe in the community, so it's really not that hard to tell. If somebody has like 80 balance resist, and they see you, and then they swap to 100, life resist, and then they Q you. I mean, you can put two and two together, right? But yeah, that's everything for y'all. Just a little update for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below about this. I think I did a very thorough job of explaining it. Be sure to leave a like, rating, and subscribe if you thought this video helped out. I would really appreciate it. We're closing in on 3K subscribers, and I'd really appreciate it. And yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna head out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care, guys.